Hey, welcome to the last part of our Spring Forward Freedom workshop. I know it's been a while. I'm so glad you're sticking with me. And now we are ready to jump into mission. What's really cool about mission is that now we've done the work to understand ourselves and where our energy is coming from, and we can point that energy in a direction that we want to create change in our lives. Mission is about choosing actions that reflect our character and our values in our everyday life. And how those actions work out every day is going to add up to boosting our character. Basically, it means that when we do an action consistently, when we complete our mission consistently, we build the character that we want to be in the future. So a lot of the work in this portion of our workshop will be about planning and executing. But quick note before we dive in, just remember that you have me as your coach, and I'm really excited to be a partner with you as you plan and execute on your mission. Some ways that I can do that is by going through this work with you and by establishing a routine with you about how your mission connects to your character and kind of evaluating how you're doing. And so if you want that to happen, let's do it. Check the link below and schedule our next coaching session, and let's talk about your mission. You ready? Let's dive in. All right, so we're diving into making some plans for our mission. Remember, mission is the way that we take one of our characters that we want from the future and make it a reality now. Let's start with these three columns. Now, you might remember last time we talked about character creation, and we talked about how I view myself now, how others view me, and how I view myself in the future. Like, what do I want to be building towards? This is where we're going to focus on today for our first mission. So more specifically, my first mission is that I want to be more organized, or I want to think of myself in the future as having the character trait of being organized. So if we look at the missions columns on the far left, we see that character to work on. My first character trait is organized. Now, this is going to help us basically be appropriate in the seasons of our life. Remember, mission is the appropriate response to the seasons of our life to be our consistent character. And finally, what's going to happen after we have our mission is we're going to be able to create to-do lists that align with our missions. So that's where we're headed, and we're going to start here with thinking about our mission, how to boost our character, and the objectives and tactics that we need to live out in order to boost our character in this season of life. So more specifically, with my organized character trait, where my mission is going to be focused is the first part: have an organized home. I think that if I have an organized home, I will be proving to myself basically that my character is organized. Now, the objectives and tactics to have an organized home are going to be listed on this far column. This is where we get really precise with what we want to be doing in order to have an organized home, or in order to be doing our mission. So for me, my first objective is the living room. That's a little bit bigger of an idea, right? It's not very precise, but it's a little more precise than home. Then my second objective is my bedroom, and the third is my kitchen. So then from objective, we're gonna get even more precise. Like, what can we be doing in these areas? Well, the first thing we can do is throw stuff away. The second thing we can do is sort. And the last thing that I can do, at least from my brainstorming right now, is what I'm going to write down here. So my third tactic is going to be the idea that everything has a place. So now that I have the character that I'm focusing on, the mission to boost that character, to get me to that character in the future, or to reinforce the character I have now, and the objectives and tactics, everything kind of flows together, right? And so I'm going to put some arrows just so that I organize myself and my ideas. Now, what you can do from here is keep listing more characters or more ways to boost characters, and continue getting narrower and narrower and more precise to objectives and tactics. So now that I have some objectives and tactics, I can go to my to-do list and take a look at my housework and see, have I added some organization to my life? Well, I see that I have some cleaning, but I don't know if I have some organization yet. And so maybe what I need to do is reevaluate my to-do list for this week. and like add a little organization. This helps me take the things that I'm doing during this week and align it with the character that I want to be and my values. What this means is that I can be more confident in the things that I'm doing and the reasons I'm doing them. And ultimately, this boost in confidence translates also to a boost in motivation. But maybe you're thinking, well, how can I prioritize these things? That's a great question. And actually, one of my coaching activities, Importance and Urgency, which is linked right up here, will help you work through what is important, what is urgent, and how to put those things on a to-do list. So if you haven't watched that, go up to this link and work through that importance and urgency, or find a link in the description to schedule a call with me and we can work through it together. Thank you so much for joining the Spring Forward Freedom Workshop. I've really enjoyed being able to share these ideas with you, and I really hope that we can connect so that you can spring forward your freedom. And as we're wrapping up, if you can do me a big favor and like this video and subscribe to my channel, it would be really great, showing me that you want more videos like this and that you're ready to continue working through activities like this. Lastly, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to talking to you again soon.